It's Wednesday afternoon. Hey, it's your girl. Some of y'all's girl. Definitely not everybody's cup of tea. And that's all right with me. Listen, I'm just sitting here listening to bonehead truckers. I listen to trucking channels because in addition to working my regular job, I do part-time, or either sometimes it feels like it's still full-time trucking stuff, assisting. So I keep up with different things, especially around the CDLs and the foreigns with the CDLs. So I was listening to Bonehead Trucker on YouTube, and it was going on a video with some of the truckers had sent in a video to him voicing their frustrations about how many Indian individuals, foreigners. The heading says American truckers are tired of foreigners. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of us. And they voicing their frustrations, and rightfully so. So Delilah's Law, which I had mentioned over the weekend, especially in light of what happened in Stafford, Virginia, another foreigner, but he became a citizen. I don't understand how. I'm sure he went through the process, but I'm sure it's English. But then again, it depends on what state you in. These states are problematic because if you're not making it a requirement to do or to know certain things, like doing the citizenship test and all that other stuff, that's why illegal immigration needs to be stopped. But I'm gonna go back to the trucking situation real quick, because all that is problematic. Because again, like I've told people, these trucks, I do registration for the trucks every year, right? For the past maybe 4 something years. The weight on the trucks, they ask for the unladen, that means empty, and then in the weight, right? So when they're empty, a lot of these trucks, and I'm talking about dump trucks, I don't know about other trucks because I'm sure some of them can be heavier, right? But the average weight of a dump truck, 26,000 to 26,500, empty. So when they're loaded, you're talking about 70,000 pounds on the road. So you put somebody on the road with a CDL that they just gave out, rushed them through, because they said it was a shortage of truck drivers. Just like they was short, we just opening the border, so they just giving people slips of paper to go and come back, knowing they gonna come back. But so you have people on the road, and the truckers are talking about it and frustrated because they dilute some of the rates. And this is not just dump trucks. This is truckers that truck, period, that haul freight that we need around the country for different goods and stores and things of that nature. So I'm listening to them, and they're frustrated because Delilah's Law, which I think it passed somewhere in Congress, but it's still, now it needs to be passed through the House. So they were voicing frustration, and rightfully so, with Speaker Mike Johnson. So Mike Johnson, I wrote to Senator Thune and a couple of other ones a couple of months ago with my frustrations over them and the freaking shutdown, which was stupid, because I'm like, do what you need to do to get this over with, because DHS most absolutely needs to be up and running, because they know daggone well the threats out here. So there's no reason why we not running. So now I got to sit up here, and I'm gonna write a letter on behalf, as a private citizen, then I'm gonna write a letter on behalf of the trucking company, and I'm sure more will join in, because that's what the nature of the channel is about. But I'm telling people again, and I saw another, I don't know if this was recent, because it's a lot of incidences that are happening on the road with foreign drivers. And I did a video Sunday, and I put it on. It's on Instagram and YouTube, and I put it on my other Facebook. But I saw an article dealing with, and luckily the guy, he spelled it out. Because a lot of times what they're doing, and this is why I get frustrated with people when you try to tell them something, but I'm like, you know what, I ain't telling you jack, right? Because a lot of people are committed to ignorant, and that's fine. That's your choice, but you also making everybody else less safe. So what they do is they won't tell you. They'll say, "Oh, Virginia man, like the dude up here, the one that they need to hurry up and get gone, that Van Harlan went and had margaritas with and all that foolishness, tracing around over the Seacott. He need to be gone." But he's a Maryland man. No, he's not a Maryland man. Y'all let him stay in the sanctuary state of Maryland. So he is staying here. He's not a Maryland man. He's not a resident. He's not a citizen. So they play these word games with you all. These are undocumented. So you won't know that in some places, in some states, that undocumented people have been killing people on the road and have been given licenses in certain states that are sanctuary states. So it's making you less safe. So you have criminal individuals over here that you have no idea that they're criminals because nobody has checked their background. They only can check their background if they encounter the police system or ICE encounter. Well, when you're a sanctuary jurisdiction, which I've explained to many individuals in this area, and what the hazards are of that, you don't know, because they do everything to shield it. It's so bad. Tim Pond Walls actually pardoned a illegal criminal to evade immigration and customs, so he wouldn't be picked up and be deported. He pardoned, like, I can't say what I want to say without being, because my patience is real tired with everything, with these sanctuary cities, the policies, and the stupid individuals that side with and ignore your own freaking safety because you mad that we want to enforce laws to keep you safe, because that's the duty of the government. But you like not being safe, but yet you turn around and cry when people getting shot and killed or run over or somebody getting robbed or this, that, and the other, and then you wonder why they not doing anything. Because when you're in sanctuary states, their policies are weak on crime. So you're going to have crime, including illegals and your own criminals that you see every day out here running rampant. But anyway, so back to Delilah's Law. So apparently, from what the video is saying, Johnson needs to bring the bill to the floor, just like Thune needs to bring the SAVE Act to the floor. I don't understand when you have a preponderance of people, and I'm not talking about in these sanctuary states, because that's null and void. When you have people, when they take polling, and it shows you, even on Crapping In, the one little guy that always shows polls and is like, oh my goodness, I can't believe so and so and so. When they show you people want immigration enforcement, and it's majority of the country that wants it, that's what the heck y'all need to be on. That is what you need to be on, not these little fringe idiots or these sanctuary people. You need to be locking them up, because the majority of Americans, if in a democracy, which a lot of people don't know what the heck a democracy is because they don't explain or teach nothing no more. We live in a constitutional republic, so we're dictated by the Constitution, and our voting processes are democratic, meaning that the majority, if the majority says this is what it is, that's what it is. So if you have the majority of the people by polls that say, hey, yeah, we over this, we don't want to do this, that, and the other. This is the problem with every single politician. The majority, not the, people you want to cater to, they want to cut their stuff off and this, that, and the other. We talking about the majority of the people. Majority of the people say get that crap away from kids, but y'all got to keep pushing it anyway. So you're going against the will of the people. Period. Because the majority says we want these people gone. I don't care about New Jersey. Because unfortunately, there are some people in New Jersey, just like it's people in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, like myself, that want illegals gone. I don't want them here. We have a process where you're supposed to apply for citizenship so we can vet you and go through the paperwork, do the background checks, get you in the system, and check you out to the best of our ability before we release you out here into these streets among citizens. So you're evading and circumventing the process. So the same thing with the CDLs. So they've equipped these people that don't know no English, no nothing, to be on the roads. And they found out how many have it. Different states, like California, I think they pulled, some funding was pulled from them. Other states, same thing's probably gonna happen. But California and was it Oregon? One of them other states, Ohio, one of them, they were really pushing out CDLs to foreigners. And these people don't have no knowledge of our roads, don't know nothing about our language, nothing. So the truckers were talking about that. So I'm listening to them and I feel that frustration. But the other thing, and I understand, but it's the same thing with the illegal immigration situation. A lot of us, like myself, like, I want them to go balls to the wall. And I don't care. That's what I said. Because I know what it is. When you sit and have a vantage point, and then not only just have a vantage point and see certain things, but when you see and you know somehow it's some money, it's some things going on with the money that ain't money in, and citizens have to beg, but people that ain't putting nothing into nothing, just getting money. No. You can't go nowhere to no other country and do the stuff that we allow to be done. So yeah, I want that stuff stopped. But then you gotta fight these people in the streets. The police, immigration, and customs enforcement, they gotta fight skittle hairs and long lashes, but not that many long lashes, but you got some. Most of these skittle hairs and musty looking, I don't know what I am. I'm just outside, but I need a bath. You got to fight them, and they spitting on them and doxing them and doing all that other kind of stuff. They need to be in jail. They need to not be released. You need to jail the governors and the mayors. Whoever else needs to go to jail. They need to be fined. Their funding needs to be pulled. I want to see it go hard because it's tiresome, because they are putting people in jeopardy. Same thing with these CDLs. Now they're working to get the CDLs pulled and to do certain things, but when it comes to these sanctuary cities, the resistance, when you got to fight that on top of trying to work to get stuff done, it's a battle. So it's like you got to fight, but then you got people that want it. They working to do it, but then you got to fight idiots. So I don't know if it's going to have to take a whole bunch of just a slew more people in America to be killed by a truck driver, or to be killed, raped and killed and thrown on the side of the road, like a couple of the young ladies have been done, and young boy, the 12-year-old was done in California by an illegal. The Carl Thompson was done. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Her parents probably drink the Kool-Aid that this man would. He's an illegal, ma'am. They're an illegal, so I don't even know why they're. I mean, the car's name is up there with the rest of the victims, the illegals. I'm like, they should be out here alerting your fellow Marylanders and petitioning the governor to keep the rest of the citizens safe, since they didn't keep y'all's daughter safe. I don't get it. But my thing with the truckers, and I get their frustration, because yeah, Mike Johnson needs to bring that to the floor. um when a lot of people don't understand that, yeah, we do have an issue on the roads with these drivers, because I see they like, oh, why aren't they enforcing driving tests? Got to be in English, they got to do this, that, and the other, because it's a problem. You would know that if you turn the channel. You really think CNN or BS Now is going to tell you what's really good, what's really making you unsafe, why they really have a fighting, that these people really are killing people on the roads? It hasn't happened just once or twice. It's happened more than once. It's happened a couple of times, different places, and they're on the road. These truckers got numbers in the video. I'm like, whoa. They're like, it's 300,000 something. I mean, the one dude, black dude, was going off. I'm like, it's sad. But yet y'all want to sit and talk this foolishness about, oh, they so valuable, they this, that, and the other. What, you not valuable? You know why you don't think that you're valuable? Because the people have told you that you're oppressed. But the illegals are more valuable than you. Come on, y'all don't see what these people are doing? Hyping up illegals, telling you they not getting these benefits, but they are. Taking more money from you to get them and the lazy bums out here that don't want to work, but that's going to hit you over the head. And oh, they work hard. Illegals built, they did this, that, and the other. The Somalis, all that rhetoric they be talking. I'm sitting there like, y'all don't feel disrespected? Y'all don't feel disrespected? They trying to really basically tell you that we ain't doing nothing over here. The illegals are doing that, and y'all buying it. This is why I'm like the ignorant people. Ignorant old people. Because young people, you can get it. You get a pass for a minute. Because we all was young and ignorant at some point. But at some time, why are older people not thinking better? Like, it pisses me off. Y'all need to start paying attention to other states, other news, so you can hear and understand. But know this. Anybody that gives a flying frack about the roads, you need to be writing too and asking them when they're going to vote on Delilah's law. Or get these people off the road. You on the road every day. You don't know who you ride next to. You don't know who's driving the bus going from state to state. It might be a Chinese man. And don't speak a lick of English. You be driving next to a truck driver don't know no English, don't have no knowledge, but they just ran him through real quick because he just need to be on the road. Oh, you know how to drive? Oh, okay, that's fine. And put him behind the wheel because it's less money. It's a whole lot of stuff going on, but trying to get it done and enforce is hard because you got people that don't want to enforce anything, but yet people want to know why stuff is happening. Well, it's you resisting. Just like you rebel against God, you rebel against everything else. But you're putting yourself and everybody else at risk, and your children. Because don't your children ride on the roads? That's why it's important to know what the heck is going on. Ain't nobody just making up stuff about, yeah, we going to track driver's license or pull CDL to do this, that, and the other. It's because sanctuary states and cities and foolishness has created a situation. And this area is a situation.